Hello there, guys. It is July 6th, and today we're going to be taking a look at the beta notes for closed beta of Smite version 0.1.953.0. Major topics that will be covered: Guan has been nerfed with the Nerf Warhammer. Not the bat, the Warhammer. He has taken it hard, and we will have to just see what happens in gameplay. But first, let's talk about a few other things. Hades has gotten a new skin, the Soul Taker. What will it look like? Well, you can look up above and see. It's okay. Better than Raw, probably. But I guess that's all personal opinion. So what else do we have? Various matchmaking improvements. That's always good. So now you'll be ranked with people who are around your level, which I guess really isn't that good in a way. I mean, because you can rank up really high just from playing a ultra shit ton. So, not quite sure how I feel about that, since they don't actually have a ranking system yet. What else do we have? Minotaur is now invulnerable until a Phoenix has died in a lane. This is kind of to prevent some, well, craziness, pretty much. I'm sure that there are crazy builds people have made to gank earlier than they should have, and it also stops tower diving, so that if you, say, weakened him and he's only got a little bit of health left, he'll no longer be able to just be jumped on and killed. It's an issue that I've seen a lot of complaining about. Surrender votes should now always work. That's a pretty good plus, to be honest. Let's see, some additional graphics have been added to skin purchases from the store. So that's something we're definitely going to be looking at. And actually, I'll look at the end of this video. If there's something there, I'll put an annotation and let you guys know. Because I did purchase the Obsidian skin for Ymir, and I was quite disappointed at some of the graphics and stuff. So hopefully they've listened to the community, because $7, $8... it's kind of a lot of money to pay just for a skin over and a new portrait for your loading screen. We will see if Hi-Rez has done the right thing. So you can now change your name. That's kind of cool. Recalling bar, you can scale. Oh, yeah. I heard that right. Thought I was going blind for a second. You can also scale your mini-map separately from your hub. That's pretty cool. They are trying to make it a lot easier to use the filtering system for the items, which I think is something that is amazing. One thing that always annoyed me in League of Legends was just kind of the layout of the item system to purchase things. I didn't know it well enough as a new player, and I feel that Hi-Rez is doing a great job working to get this good for new players. I understand there's a lot of League of Legends players, Heroes of New Earth, Dota, who are also going to be playing this game, but, that said, there's going to be new players. There's going to be players that have played Tribes. There's going to be players who hear from other large news sources, such as Total Biscuit and, other people. I'm sure Athene's done some stuff on it. There's a lot of big names that have looked into this, so I think it's really good that they're trying to help the new players out. What else do we have? They're moving a few things around, changing some font sizes. I guess we'll talk about the main topic, which is the Nerf Hammer to Guan. But before we talk about him, I did miss one thing, or almost missed, I should say. They have added a new item called Fatalis, which is an item that provides critical strike chance, attack speed, and movement speed. This seems to be pretty good for casters, or pretty much anyone, and with it being a movement speed item, it's definitely one I'm interested in, because I have a concept in my head of Crazy Build. Crazy Build is something I'll be introducing later. But anyway, let's move on to Guan, the Nerf Hammer he took. I'll discuss what it was, and then I'll kind of give my input of what I think. So, They fixed the cooldown reductions of his abilities, which is whenever he uses his heal and there's an allied player nearby, it's supposed to reduce the cooldown by 2 seconds. If he uses his Warrior's Will and it hits an enemy, it was supposed to reduce it by 2 seconds as well. This is basically was just to reward or help against people using things the right and wrong way in different circumstances. So what they did to him was pretty extensive. Let's see. His heal, the cooldown is increased to 10 seconds, and its magic power contribution, was reduced from 50 to 35%. I'm okay with that one. I thought the heal was a little too extreme. I don't think they should have went to the severity of... I think they should have maybe went to 8 seconds and made it... The cooldown makes it 6 seconds. The cooldown would have made it 6 seconds of a heal of an ally. That I think would have been a bit better. And I think they may have went a little steep on the amount it healed. I'll tell you why in a minute. So let's see. Warrior's Will, which is his charge thing, gap closer / runaway thing. They increased the cooldown also to 10 seconds. Again, I think it should have been 8. And they kind of slightly knocked the power down from 60 to 50. That I'm okay with. I think actually the 10 seconds I'm even more okay with, because he just seemed to be able to get away too easy. His little stabby slashy move, which had the cool annoying sound, had its cooldown also increased by 2 seconds. Minor thing. The base damage per hit has been decreased by about, let's see, it's going from 20, 30, 40, 50 to 60 to 15, 20. Good lord, I didn't think it hit that hard. I think that's the biggest one I have a problem with, is that they basically halved him, and people are never mind. Keep going. And then the magic contribution has been cut by 5% as well per hit. Now his last ability, which is his ultimate, which he slams the ground 3 times, and yeah, it's basically been reduced by 25% across the board, and the magical contribution is also reduced by 10%. So, what all does this mean? While I think about it, I'm going to take a drink of some root beer. So what this means basically is no one's going to play him. People are saying, well, he was supposed to be a magical tank / support, but he doesn't have any support abilities except one heal. He doesn't have any tanking abilities except his passive, which, okay, not that great, okay? Especially late game. He'll have other stuff built up, but as far as it just being there, it's okay early game, but it's never gonna... I don't know. I mean, he was able to tower dive at level 4 if he did it right, which is kind of ridiculous. But I don't feel that he is a support / tank. In fact, I don't think he's labeled as that. I'll take a look though. Other than that, people are saying they'll never use him, and I'm sure people will. But the main problem I have with a lot of this was he was counterable. It's just people didn't know how, and that to me is the biggest problem. And I didn't find it out till later. And I mean, if I thought about it, his heal and his runaways or getting away was always the big problem for everyone. His damage was okay, but it was easily countered with some magic resistance or magical protection, whichever you prefer. But his running away and stuff was pretty easily countered with the items. I don't know their names, but it's the speed reduction on hit or chance for it, and the healing reduction on hit. You pick up these 2 items, and then some magic resistance, and you were quite easily able to counter him to the point to where it got ridiculous. With enough magic resistance, you made him completely useless, except for his heal. So you couldn't really kill him, but you couldn't get killed by him. I know I played a game as Hades, crazily going full tank, picking up, what, 4 or 5 magic resistance items? Got hit by their entire team's ultimates, barely got scratched, like, had this guy wailing on me, and, you know, because everyone else had to run away, but he kept trying to kill me, and he was just popping his ultimate and couldn't do anything. So he was counterable, it's just no one ever knew how, and I think that was the reason why there was so much whining. And that's led to this, which is a little extreme. Now, I'm sure that they're going to buff him again. Probably do like a halfway point, which I think would be about right for where he should be. I mean, he shouldn't be able to do some of the things he could do. Getting in a lane with him should never really cause anyone to be like, oh, we lost. You know, I mean, that's just, it's a little ridiculous. I'm still going to try to play as him and see how things go, so there'll be updates with that. But other than that, we have covered almost everything. Yep, that's, yeah. We're done. I would like to thank you guys for watching and dealing with my slightly retardedness, and I would like to encourage you all to have a great day. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share the love. More Smite beta keys will be coming up shortly. Later, guys.